Excuse my appearance. I'm out running and I've hardly woken up yet, but I was just talking to someone about a big subject that's relevant to all of us. And that subject is purpose. What's my purpose? Why am I here? What am I supposed to do while I'm here? What's the big thing that's unique about me that I'm supposed to share with the world? Lots of us struggle with this. I struggled with it for a long, long time. I'm a writer, and I remember going to parties. And when I thought my purpose was writing, which it is partly, I remember people asking me, as they do, well, what do you do? How do you earn your living? And I was writing at the time, and I was a kind of wannabe writer. Because that's how we start off. I want to be this, I want to be that. But how do you make that transition to I am this, I am that? And it hit me one day, and I realized, well, I just have to say it. I just have to be it now. So the next person who asked me, what do you do? I automatically said, I'm a writer, really firmly. Even though I wasn't making any money from it at the time, very soon after, I started earning a living from writing because I made my intention. And that became part of my big purpose. But anyhow, back to the main discussion about purpose. How we find our purpose, we can find it in two areas. One of them is in your childhood, and one of them is reflecting from this perspective right now as an adult. So if you go back to your childhood, there was an activity, there was something about you. There was a beingness about you. There was probably an experience that you had that dictated your life. And no matter where you ended up, you were always doing it. Maybe you were always making sandcastles. Maybe you were always being kind to people, defending bullies. Maybe you couldn't stop baking fairy cakes with your mother. Maybe, like me, you collected things, healing things, in a little shoebox, which is what I did. I had a shoebox, and in it I collected plasters and bandages and little bottles of diluted Dettol and so on standby, so that I could heal anybody should they need healing in the family. Later on, I even became a St. John's ambulance girl, and I went out with my party of other St. John ambulance girls to free concerts and so on, just in case someone in the audience needed first aid. So the signs were there. I couldn't stop helping people, and it's no surprise, therefore, that I've become a healer. So in order to find your purpose, one of the things that's good to do is to go back into your childhood and find the thing that you couldn't stop doing. And you'll find that those patterns remain to this day. What was it that gave me purpose even as a child? And now fast forward to today as an adult. Purpose. There's a simple exercise you can do, and that is speaking into your phone and giving a 5-10 minute presentation on something that you know you can talk about at length. I remember talking to somebody along these lines, and they said jokingly, I'll talk about depression. And I said, that's no joke, because There's an audience out there for everyone and everything, even depression. There are people out there who will welcome your perspective and your experience because they themselves are under the cosh of depression. So never devalue what you have to give to this world. There's an audience for everyone. If you think of the most famous actor or celebrity or painter or dancer or business person, they all have an audience, a huge following. But also on the flip side of that, there are lots of people who don't value what they do. So little you, little me, there's somebody out there who values us, values our experience, values our take on the world. So never devalue who you are, what you've been through. There's something that you can think about and have strong feelings about and have a passion for and talk about at length. But the problem is that we put ourselves down and we tell ourselves, oh, well, that's not important because I'm not a this. Or that person is earning a lot of money doing a that, and look at me doing this. Or look at me not even able to start to do this. And that's because it's not worth it. No one values what I do. Of course they do. You just haven't put yourself out there to find an audience. And I'll tell you a secret. When I started out, my biggest fear, my number one fear, and I think it's the number one fear for most people, is public speaking. There's no way you would catch me doing what I'm doing now, even talking to camera, never mind in front of an audience. So I had to overcome a huge hurdle to get to find my purpose. And that's part of the problem, that to find our purpose, we're not prepared to go through that veil of fear. We're not prepared to stand on a stage and sweat it out and feel your legs turn to jelly and go blank. You know, it's really terrifying stuff, and I had to go through it in order to be here now and share my message. We all have a message to share. We all have a wall to go through. What's your wall? What's preventing you from valuing you and what you do? Just have a think about that. Because what we're going to be doing, we're going to be clearing an aspect of that resistance, that blockage that stops you from, number one, finding your purpose, and number two, valuing what that purpose is. We're not all here to be famous people. We're not all here to change the world in a huge way. Sometimes it's just the personality, the characteristic that we have. Sometimes it's just about how we affect others. There was a man in a supermarket, my local supermarket, who turned up every so often. He obviously had mental health issues, and he's passed now, unfortunately. But he would shout out in the middle of the supermarket, "The best of luck," with a really cheery smile. And all the shoppers who were kind of grey and, you know, doing their usual chores and not liking it, they all started to beam and smile. And it changed their energy, just like that. So you could say that was his purpose. His purpose was to shine a light and raise people's vibration. Just think about that. Okay, let's go to the healing now. Okay, I'm back now and I'm decent. What I want you to do is to focus on the whole general area of purpose. I want you to feel into purpose. I have a purpose. I'm still trying to find my purpose. I don't know what my purpose is. I feel frustrated, irritated. Whatever your take on what your purpose is, just feel into that. Notice when you think about your purpose, what you feel and where you feel it. So for example, I might be feeling frustration in my tummy, or it might make my head hurt a bit, or I might feel a heaviness in my shoulders. Whatever it is, give that feeling a number 0 to 10. 0 is I'm feeling very light. It's not a problem when I think of my purpose, or feeling not good at all, which is a 10. So give that feeling a 0 to 10 number. Okay, you've done that. Now we're going to do a little pre-exercise. So put your attention on your tailbone, but your tailbone in the center of your body. Okay? Tailbone in the center of your body. And put your focus on that tailbone attached to the center of your body, traveling all the way up through the core, the center of your body, through a hole in the top of your head, out into infinity and beyond infinity. So we're going to do that with a breath now. So I want you to be at your tailbone in the center of your body. Take a deep breath at that place. And hold it. And then exhale and allow the breath to go up through the center of the body, out through the top of the head, out into infinity. Okay, so that's our clearing breath. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some statements, and after each statement, you're going to clear by taking that breath from the tailbone up through the center of the body and out through the top of the head. Got that? Brilliant. So close your eyes. And here we go. No one values me. Take a clearing breath. I don't value myself. Take a clearing breath. What I do is not important. Take a clearing breath. I'm too scared to be seen. Take a clearing breath. I'm too scared to be heard. Take a clearing breath. I'm too scared to exist. Take a clearing breath. Now just be in your body for a while. Now we're going to emphasize the feelings that you want in your energy field. And we're going to do the same clearing breath, but this time it will be a strengthening breath after the end of each sentence. So put your attention on your coccyx. I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm able, I'm capable, I'm deserving, I'm committed to shining my light. Take a breath. I'm ready. I'm prepared to take the next small step towards finding and living my purpose. Take a breath, clearing breath. And just relax into your body for just a moment. Okay, you can open your eyes and come back. And how are you feeling? When you think about your purpose, how are you feeling? Has your number gone down? Are you feeling better? Are you feeling clearer, having more clarity, lighter? You can repeat this as many times as you need to. Thank you for taking part. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.